Look at this, how long Mr. Perry's been threatening me with false arrest. Like, well, my attorneys, let's see, my attorney Ted Hogan and Philip Wishcamper had emails from me the second I got home. He's threatening another one. He's threatening another one. He's trying to frame me for this. He's trying to make me do that. He's trying to coax me into this. Prostitution, Pinto. I'll starve her out all night, make sure she doesn't make any money. Then I'm sending my guy in to offer her $5,000 if she'll spend a few hours being creeped out by Weird Charles. So anyway, it's now 8 o'clock on the 2nd of August, and we're talking about Mr. Perry threatened me for a long time. I'm going to make you homeless. I'm going to starve you until you lie. And he did that today. Well, he already took my apartment away. I've got those emails from way back when I was trying to get the apartment. Mr. Perry was recorded saying there won't be a new apartment or a new car. And the guy was like, he'll try to take it away from her as soon as she gets it. And she shouldn't have been put through that kind of hell to get it. That was awful for us to have to watch that, and it wasn't cool that he do that to her. So I did get the apartment, but I did have to fight like a motherfucker to get it. So now I'm in a hotel. It's one I've been in before. So about I guess it was a month ago, and I go up to pay, and the lady goes, well, you have a week. I rolled you for a week, so you got a week to pay. I'm like, okay. So this is on a Tuesday. I have till Monday to pay, right? Isn't that what you would think? Well, apparently there was something else in her head. So what? All of a sudden on like Wednesday or Thursday, they came banging on my door. Are you gonna, you need to pay or get out? And I was like, oh my God. So my ex-husband came up and paid for the week and the month. So then today it's time to pay again, and it was a different lady comes in and screams and yells at me and get out. I'm gonna call TPD, and I barely got to take my pajamas off. It was that bad. She was treated me very inhumanely. She looked ugly. She was unprofessional. And we know that Perry told her to do that because there was several recording conversations that our guys get in where he was told she has these people that are about to charge you with interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce her to lie. So she doesn't have a contract where she is now. They've got you on the apartment. They got you on Chardonnay. They got you on it. They got you recorded talking to the landlord, asking how many people have you gotten kicked out of their homes. She's got you on that. But it also includes commerce, which means buying and selling of anything at all. So she can get you on that too. I'd recommend you don't do that. Well, they did it anyway. Often Perry gets caught. He's recorded planning crime, and he does it anyway. So my ex-husband, she was awful to me. Dogs are treated better. Literally, dogs are treated better. No one should be treated like she treated me. I have a history with these people. There's a history of working things out with the bill, and her screaming and yelling at me was very unprofessional. She looked ugly, and she's going to jail for that. So my guys said they've already done the paperwork. The judge already signed off on it. When they're ready to pull the plug, that's it. She's done. She goes with them. So there was an incident before where I gave her money to pay for something, and she complained it was oily. I didn't respond to her. I normally don't get into a fight that ridiculous. Later, I told my guys, get a life. Get a fucking life. If that's all you have to worry about, you need help, lady. So on the video, when I'm saying I said this and I didn't say it to her, I said it to my guys. I have not had a conflict with this woman. Even when she tried to start one, I just blew it off. I don't have time for that. Over something that piddly. So they started looking into whether or not, is she just a bitch? Or did somebody pee in her cornflakes? Or did Charles tell her to do that, to gaslight you? And we call gaslighting witness tampering. So they started recording what she was talking about. And they recorded Mr. Perry and them asking, did you see how much cash she had in her wallet? We need to see when she's going to work next time because we interfere with that too. We're trying to starve her into a lie. So now today, Mr. Perry's typing in I guess Mr. Conswheeler's called over there 3 times today looking to see if I'd come back to get my stuff. They told my ex-husband, you need to come get your stuff by 3. And I said, no. I don't think so. So the deal is, I have my room back and my stuff in it, and it's fine. And she doesn't treat me like that ever again. Or I just walk off. I walk away from it. So Mr. Perry was typing in my phone. Remember, he's cloned my phone and hacked it, and he's pestered me all fucking day. He can't do that anymore when he's in jail. We can't wait. I can't wait. My friends can't wait. Everybody's very excited that that's going to be soon, and he won't be able to pester me or invade my privacy or call people I know. He's not supposed to know where I am. And yet he's calling the hotel, telling them to gaslight me. Wow. Called my landlord, kick her out. Called them, kick her out. So, he's typing in my phone, go get your stuff, go get your stuff. What's your interest in me getting my stuff, sir? Here's the thing. You use that, what very little I have left, because you've already taken everything I have. You use that to threaten me. I'll take what you have left. Okay, today you did that. I'm not going to go get it. They can have it. Okay, I'm done. And that way, I won't have one more thing that you can hold over me that you're going to take away from me to make me lie. I haven't eaten for 2 days. I ate 2 tacos into the last 48 hours. I've made no money. I'm trying to DoorDash. You keep fucking up my app, so I've made no money. Your interference with the buying and selling of goods and services, buying and selling of anything. So we got you on that. You called the landlord, the hotel today, and told them to kick me out, and she acted ugly, inhumane, nasty for you. So now I'm homeless. I mean, I'm literally under a bridge, and I'm walking away from my shit. So there's nothing else to threaten me with. You lost all your leverage right there. You've threatened me with second false arrest since I got out of jail from the first one every fucking day. You've threatened me with death. You've threatened me with property loss, income lost. Over every day it's a threat for something. You've tried to coerce me into stuff. You've tried to coax me into stuff. And today, now he's trying to go get your stuff. He's typing that in my phone. What's your interest in me going to get my stuff? I mean, what's it to you? So, and I guess Mr. Consuelo was like, she's got her granddad's stuff in there. Well, and I do, and how do you know that? Somebody from that office, I guess, has been trying to see when is she back yet? Has she come back yet? I don't have a place to stay. What's the point? I have very little left that can't be replaced once Mr. Perry's in jail, and I can finally get paid and go buy all new stuff. Yep, my family heirlooms are in there. So, my granddad will understand. I think he thinks it's more important that I have peace than to have Mr. Perry continue to use what very little I have left to threaten me. I'll take this and I'll take that, and I'll do this to you and I'll do that to you if you don't lie. Take it. It's yours. I don't want it. I'm not going back. I have a room and my stuff, or I don't. I have nothing. It's just like that. This woman has been, the judge has already signed, he is pissed. He was mad. So he's already signed off on everything, witness tampering, proxy stalking, and coercion for you. You got it, and she got it, and he signed off on it already. It's just a matter of whenever it is they pull the plug, okay? He was not happy. I said, because you're interfering with business, commerce, sales, buying, all that, and I'm broke, you're to get out of my wallet, and I'm not to have to ask for money again from my ex-husband or anybody else. I shouldn't have to begin with. Everybody can see I'm smart enough to make money. I can make plenty of money. You're stealing it faster than I can make it. Everybody's mad. Everybody's sick of that. Everybody's sick of the suffering that you're making me go through. And today, boy, that topped it off. I mean, that really did some horrible in all of us, what you did to me today. What you had that woman do to me today was inhumane. What got this case open to begin with was the torture, the torment, and starvation of women and children. Women by themselves or women with children. Exploitation, sexual exploitation. I'm not going to lie for you. I'll starve. I have not eaten for 48 hours. I have no place to sleep. I can sleep under a bridge, but I am not going to do what you want. Listen to the words I'm saying. I will not be your bitch. I'll sleep under a bridge before I do that. And then I go, well, I told you so. He just carried out another threat. So you'll be charged for that too. I'm walking away from my stuff. You don't have anything else to hold over my head anymore. You'll be arrested. I'll get finally money, and then I can buy new stuff. And it's done. Everybody's sick of what you're putting me through. So, I guess you, Mr. Kunzweiler, have called this hotel lady a couple of times to see if I've been back. I have not, and I'm not going to go back. If I have a room and my stuff and everything's peaceful and I'm left alone, fine. Otherwise, I don't have any need for that shit. So you have no leverage now. Nobody has leverage to hold over me now. What do you do to somebody who has nothing left to lose? I'm not suicidal or anything. The outcome is going to be you're in jail. I'll get my money and I go buy new stuff. It's just like that. It's just that simple. So you do what you do. You carried out another threat. You've carried out many. I'm going to get her car away from her, and then you wrecked it 5 times in 3 years. You want to try to kill me? You want to try to, you got a problem, sir. You have no cover-up. You have no chance of a date with me. You don't like women, because if you liked women, you would do what women like, and you do every disgusting, nasty thing on the planet. So in this that I recorded earlier, when I said that I said something to her, or I said something about her complaining about the money, I didn't say it to her. I said nothing to her. I didn't dignify her with a response at all. So all I did is say it to my guys. Today when she treated me nasty, I said to her, I guess I'm confused as to why you're mad, because we paid for a week and a month. You guys gave me a couple of days to pay. You shortened the period of time and didn't announce it beforehand, didn't give me any notice. We said a week, but we meant 3 days. Okay, fine. So I had it paid. We paid for not just a week, but a whole month. So there was absolutely no reason to treat me that way today. She alleged that, well, you don't pay sometimes. No, I don't think so. I don't think that's it. I think somebody told you to say that because they're looking to interfere with commerce and contracts to coerce me to lie. This has been threatened specifically. This threat is being carried out now. That's all this is. I didn't say that to her. I said, what is the problem? Well, you don't pay. No, I do pay. We paid a week and then a whole month. So we do pay. I'm gonna go get money and pay you again. Nope, get out. Wow, okay. Then my ex-husband calls and he's gonna pay her. Nope, she screams and yells at him. She's kicked out. We are refusing payment. For the 3rd time. I keep to myself. I barely talk to anybody. I don't, I do my thing. A lot of times I'm not even there because I'm working or trying to. So there was just no reasonable explanation for her behavior today. Any reasonable, prudent individual would think she's on crack. Or you told her to do that to me, and it's called witness tampering. So she's already got paperwork signed. It's done. And, that was inhumane. It was unprofessional. It was gross. It was nasty. She didn't look pretty doing that, acting that way. And I guess Mr. Kunzweiler was like, she's not even going to go get her granddad's stuff? No, Mr. Kunzweiler, I'm done. I'm done having somebody hold that over me to threaten me, and threaten me, and threaten me, and threaten me. And he was typing to my phone, go get your stuff, go get your stuff. What's it to you, Charles? What's it to you? What's your horse in this race that you want me to go get my stuff? Nope, I'm done. We're done. Now you have nothing else to hold over my head. I have nothing left. And then when you're in jail, I can go buy new stuff, okay? You win. Today you won. You won everything that happened. You won criminal charges. You won, you go rub one out because you made everybody mad again? I don't know what your problem is, but you're something. So this is what happened earlier, and I'll just let it play. When I say she was complaining about oily money, and I'm like, here's what my response to that was. I didn't make a response to her at all. I didn't dignify it to her with anything. There was no fight. There was no conflict because I just didn't get sucked into that. I told them, when I'm telling you, here's what I said it to my guys. They were like, what in the fuck is that all about? Yep, didn't even make sense, did it? Nope. So, today didn't either. And you hurt people's hearts with the way you had me treated today, Mr. Perry. Ortiz, these are the Charles Perry Stalker Podcast. It is 2:30 on August 2nd, 2022. Use allegedly, nobody's been found guilty in a court of law just yet. Apply the but-for standard, legal standard, and the reasonable, prudent individual standard. But for Mr. Perry, just again, got me kicked out of where I am. No conflict. My ex-husband tried to pay. They wouldn't take his payment. So, I don't talk to anybody because I have a stalker. I don't trust anybody. So there's no conflict. There's no reason for doing what they did except Charles called her and told her to do that. There is one person at this place where I am. First of all, I should have never lost my apartment. Mr. Perry is going to be charged for doing that. My landlord asked him, how many times have you gotten people kicked out of their home? How many times is it when payment is refused? For me, 3 now. So I have people that I barely know and barely talk to screaming at me, get out. I was like, wow, I don't think so. Yeah, get out. I go, listen, I'm fixing to go get your money, and I'll be right back. Nope, get out. You're locked out. And I'm like, I don't have a beef with this person. And she's just screaming at me. My ex-husband calls to pay. She starts screaming at him. She has until 3 to get her stuff. And I said, nope, that's not how this is going to be. I think you've been misinformed, ma'am. This is the same woman that, what happened with her is I went to pay for something, and she goes, your money's oily. And I'm like, who cares? It's actually not. I don't know who pissed in your cornflakes today, but it's actually not. And no one cares, lady. Well, you weren't asked. No one asked you what you think, did they? I'm paying for something. Take the fucking money and chill. Are you on crack? Are you bipolar? What is your deal? Because she did that, and I don't really talk to anybody, so there's no conflict. My guys are like, okay, Perry told her to do that. He's telling everybody to gaslight you. So, we don't call it gaslighting, we call it witness tampering. We're going to charge her, maybe. So they start watching everything she does. They already were, but they're even now more. They're up her ass. She won't breathe without them knowing what she's doing. She will be charged for what she did to me today. My guy tells me, the Fabia puzzle guys, the Michael's drug guys, those cops, the ones that got Geppetto and Muffin Man and all the weird ass, creepy crawly nicknames and code words these guys use with their sex exploitation business. Charles, you'll never get a date with me. You do everything I hate and nothing I like. Nothing I like. You are a disgusting, gross, nasty person. You are vulgar. You're violating me in a creepy, fucked up way. You're going to jail. If I'm quoting what you just said, why do you think you're not going to jail? Why do you think that? No one cares what you think. We're all tired of this. So we get more information and you get no date. Those are your results for 13 years. Not a day, not a week, 13 years. And again, you failed to respond like you understood a fucking thing I said. You don't, do you? Are you mentally retarded? It looks like you are to everybody else. I just said, I don't like you, and the more problems you cause, the more information we get. Because you're pissing off the wrong people. People that can get me a puzzle with Fabian's name on it. Not yours. You're just the butt-in. Always the wannabe, never the wanted one. For 13 years, you've been rejected, and your crime has been caught and told on and caught, and that is the only thing you get, because you do stuff like you pulled today, this little stunt. You don't like women, or you would do what women like. You like deviant men. We all know that. You're into deviant men. Where's Jacqueline? When you're coming up here causing problems? Huh? And getting told on and caught and nothing more? So, she is now going to be charged. My guy says, he said first, he goes, well, I'm gonna have to charge her. I don't have a choice. You didn't do anything wrong. So, she's screaming at me, you're late, this and that. Listen, I was told last time, you have a week to pay. In the middle of all that, they come banging on my door. So, we paid early from what I was told. The deadline was, my ex-husband paid for a week and then a month. They have nothing to act like that, the way she did. It was very unprofessional, very unethical, very immoral, and very illegal. And you've been told this, and you did it anyway. It's called coercion. So, my guy says, when we arrest Charles, this woman will be arrested too for what she did to you today. We will be charging her with witness tampering and harassment, proxy stalking, and coercion. And that's that. That's just like that. That's what's going to happen. So, I don't know what the hell you thought you were doing. My ex-husband calls me back after he talked to her and tried to pay. And he goes, that one's a bitch. What happened to Queen Amidala? We have one that we like. She's just normal. She's a fucking normal person. Doesn't act like a witch. And is very professional. And I go, I guess she's off today. I don't know. And he goes, what the hell is this one all about? See, I've been at this place. I lived there for a little while. And then I got my apartment. And then Mr. Perry took that. And then I went back to this place. And it's not Mr. Perry's business, is it? He's a stalker. It is illegal for him to know where I am. And yet he does. And he's called the front desk lady and did that. So she's going to jail with you, Mr. Perry. You're both going to get charged for those 3 things. 3 counts, 3 things, 3 charges. Witness tampering and harassment. And we have the legal right not to be stalked in this country. It is a felony crime. We have the legal right not to be peeped on or hacked. It is a felony crime, sir. We have the legal right not to be harassed and coerced and treated like shit. Because you want a date, you can't get one just being a normal guy. We know that you don't like women, because if you liked women, you would do what women like. You cannot get a date with me ever. Sir, you will never get a date with me ever, because you do crap like that. And every fucked up, creepy thing you do repulses everybody, and everybody's had enough of you. So, you got this woman charged too, with you. Coercion, proxy stalking for you, and witness tampering and harassment. You asked for it, you got it. She goes to jail with you. Alright? Now, this is the 3rd person that you've had refuse my payment and kick me out. No reason. There's no conflict. I keep to myself. I barely talk to anybody because I don't trust anybody because of you. So I barely interact. Barely. There's no way you can have a conflict with somebody you hardly talk to. So, the cops that gave us this right here, Mr. Perry, Gene Mitchell is confused as to how Cynthia knew before he did that Mike was drugged, and that his legal argument wasn't plausible. How'd she know what I was going to argue before I argued it? And the name Geppetto, Muffin Man, Yellow Brick Road, we're going to coerce her to lie. I don't like you because you're nasty. I don't like you because you're creepy. I don't like you because you're cruel. I don't like you because you make one problem after another, and you've taken a lot of my time today on something that you don't, it's none of your business. It is not your business. My ex-husband and I, first of all, I should never have to call and ask for money, and I did tell you, my guy said, she is never going to have to call and ask for money. And if she is, you're going to be charged, and you're going to pay for that. When you invade my privacy, they invade yours, and they have a court order, and you do not. Keep in mind, my guys have a forensic accountant that know to the penny how much money Mr. Perry has cost me interfering with contracts and commerce for 13 years, to the penny. So, when I say something like that, I'm not to have to ask for money again. What I'm doing is asking him to cease and desist. I can make money, believe me. So, as I'm making money, and he's taking it faster than I can make it, so that, with the intent to starve me, to coerce and force me to do or say something I don't want to, or entice me. I'll give you this house in Houston. I'll support you if you lie. I said no to that yesterday. I've said no to it many times. I would like you to leave me alone. What I would like you to do, sir, is just leave me alone. When you're in jail, you can't do this to me anymore. We're very, very much looking forward to that day. I'm not going to help you. We're sick of you. We're sick of all these problems that you make. I'm sick of being broke because you're taking my money faster than I can make it. They know to the penny that amount of money. So, I don't know why everybody's so anxious for me to go get my stuff. It's interesting. I'm walking away from it. I walk in and I have my room and I'm left alone and I'm not bothered anymore and I'm not peeped on anymore and I'm not harassed and pestered anymore, or I walk away from all of it. It's that simple. I'm done being threatened. I'll take everything you have unless you lie. So, you have everything. There's nothing left. Alright? You can have everything I have, and then there's nothing left for you to hold over my head to take from me if I don't lie for you. You've pestered me and pestered me all damn day. It's sickening. It's making everybody very angry at you. I've asked you to leave me the fuck alone. So, leave me the fuck alone. You don't get a date, you get told on. And it's not been that way for a day, or a week, or a month. It's been that way every day for 13 years. You're not getting a date with me. You repulse me. If you really liked women, you would do what women like, and you don't. You do everything disgusting, nasty, vulgar thing, violating us, robbing us. The whole thing that opened this case was human rights violations. You're depriving women and children of their rights, their needs, their basic needs, and you're going to go to jail. And as many times as we quote you and you ask who told, You think you're not going to jail? You're not all there. You're not operating with a full load, bitch. So, for the record, everybody, I've been coerced again. I've been pressured again. I'm going to make her lie. I'm going to make her move back to Texas where I can do more to her. Isn't that what we said a long time ago? March. I'll show it. This is the people that you murdered. The cops that got me that are going to kick your ass. That woman's going to be charged too, with you. You didn't pull anything. You just pissed everybody off. This right here. We're going to force her back to Texas against her will. I hate your guts. Everyone does. We don't have any problems getting stuff like this right here. Or this. I'm taking her car and she can ride a bike. Or that. Or that. Mike was drugged. I knew it before Gene Mitchell knew it. He hadn't taken depositions yet. See, the deposition was taken in May. I told the Florida State's attorney in March. And, wait out for me. Where are the injuries that look like he was in a fight? And, I'm telling him before, your argument is implausible. It's not even possible. Don't do it. He did it anyway. So you're going to jail for all. Mr. Perry, please stop pestering me. Please stop contacting me. I really don't like it. Please stop. I don't want to hear it. You've threatened me with starvation. I told you so. I did say. I haven't eaten for 48 hours. They just kicked me out, even though I said, I'm fixing to go get your payment. My ex-husband tries to pay. They yelled and screamed at him. So, please stop pestering me, Mr. Perry. Please stop pestering me. You're typing in my phone, go get your stuff. I'm not going to go get my stuff, but just because you told me to. Please stop pestering me. When you pester me and take my money, we start quoting what you just said. You like that? Do you like getting caught? I mean, it's like you like that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it from you. I would like for you to leave me alone. I went to a lot of trouble to get away from you. I've sued you and asked in those lawsuits 11 times for a judge to make you leave me alone. I wasn't in hearings. You made sure there was no hearing where I was there. It's called concealment of material facts. You just didn't want the judge to hear what I had to say. I've not been in a courtroom where there was a fair hearing where I could show my evidence, put witnesses on the stand, and you overcame my evidence. You've never done that. So, here we are again. I told you so. I did say he carried out another threat. Now he's trying to coax me to go get my stuff. I'm willing to walk away from the very little I have left so that you have no more leverage. You can't threaten me with one more thing. It's done. But please, everybody, note for the record, Mr. Perry has been typing in my hacked clone phone. Go get your stuff. Go get your stuff. Pestered and pestered and pestered and pestered. I'll take my house in Houston. Go to your, you want me to go live in hell? No, thank you. I'll live under a bridge for a short period of time. They'll arrest you. I'll get all my money, and then I can go buy all new stuff. That's it. That's what I'm doing, okay? I'm not going to be your bitch. I'm just not going to. I don't like you. You're very creepy. You're very strange. You're bizarre. You're cruel. And I'm not going to be your bitch. I don't want anything to do with you. I've made that very, very clear for a very long time. You have no chance of a date with me. You don't get a date, you get told on. Every day for 13 years. Not a day, not a week, a decade. Over a decade. You make all my skin crawl. I can make money. What I'd like you to do is stop interfering with commerce and contracts, buying and selling, hoping that you can starve me into a lie. You're trying to. I'm just not going to lie, okay? You have my stuff. I'm walking away. All the things you've done to me, and if I'm getting the information beforehand, and you don't think you're going to jail, you're just not all there. Something's wrong with your mind. It's not working. It's very embarrassing that you can't put together in your mind, sir, that when you're getting told on and you're calling around asking for recordings, you are going to jail. You are not going to get a date with me. You do every disgusting, nasty, repulsive thing that turns women off. If you liked women, you would do what women like, and that does not include peeping and pestering and starving and coercing. So, my guy said to tell you one more time, she is never again to have to ask for money. Never. And if she does, you will pay for that in your criminal case. It is a crime. grand larceny with intent to coerce, interference with commerce and contracts with intent to coerce. You're going to jail and she's going with you. Now, fix the problem before they have to do it for you. And you won't like how they do it. Listen, I don't like you contacting me. Everybody's sick and tired of you. Everybody's sick and tired of how you feel. You're never going to get a date with me. You have been nothing but a rejected failure for 13 years. If you liked me, you would do what I like, and you do everything I hate. Nasty, cruel, gross, sick. Okay, remember the case was opened because Mr. Perry is inhumane. Dogs are treated better. Dogs are treated better. So, the case was opened for human rights violations. Deprivation of basic rights and needs for women all by themselves or women with children, okay? Do remember, that's what opened this all up to begin with. The guys that got me the Fabian puzzle and told me what Geppetto, and all your shit. So, that Mike Neely was drugged and Gene was going to argue something that wasn't even plausible. Because you told him to. So, there's that. No fucked up thing no normal person could even think of. When we quote you and when we get this kind of information, that means you're going to jail. That's why we're getting it. And Miss What's-Her-Face can go with you. She just did your thing for you. She and I don't have a beef. I don't talk to her enough to have a beef with her. She said, come get your stuff at 3 by 3. No. Absolutely not. You fix this, and if you don't, I promise you, you'll regret it. She will be charged, and she'll have my guys all over her all the time. She won't breathe without them knowing everything she does. Do you understand? Alright, so this was done at 2. It's now 7. In between 2 and 7 is when Mr. Perry started typing in my phone, go get your stuff, go get your stuff, go get your stuff, go get your stuff. My guys are like, Cunt Wheeler's called over there 3 times looking to see if you're coming back. And he's also questioning, is she going to leave? They got wind that I was going to just, you know what, I don't need my stuff. I don't have that much left. I can go buy new stuff pretty soon here. So, forget it. Just forget it. No more leverage. Yeah, I don't have anything else for you to take. And he was like, she has her granddad's stuff in there. Well, how would you know that, though? How would you know that? And yeah, I get it. That's a family heirloom. I'm walking away from it. There's not going to be more leverage. My granddad would understand. He would want me to have peace and not be threatened all the time. And so for Mr. Perry to continue to threaten me, I'm going to starve you. I'm going to take everything you have. You can have everything I have. There's no more threat there. I haven't eaten for 48 hours. Dogs are treated better. So there's that. You just made a whole lot of problems for a whole lot of people, and you pissed off a lot of good people who don't like cruelty. They don't like cruelty. You do not have the right to rape me. You do not have the right to violate me. You do not have the right to starve me. And everybody's really pissed off at you for doing that to me. So, you want a gold star. You want 3 new charges. Princess, reject. Stop bothering me. And just remember, I did tell everybody this was threatened, and now it's been carried out. There's that. Look at your results. You get told on and rejected and nothing more. We're all tired of it. Everybody's had enough of you. You need to control yourself and leave everybody the fuck alone! I don't want proof of this. Please leave me alone.
Hey, man. Leave women the fuck alone. When they're in public, when they're doing anything.
Listen, I am not to have money problems again. I'm gonna repeat myself. For 13 years, you can't get me to like you because you do everything I don't like. I've done everything I can to get away from you. I have the right to live my life without being stalked and harassed and starved. This case was open because your human rights violations, starvation, torture, and torment of women. And for some, their kids. And so, we quote you all the fucking time. For 13 years, you've got nothing but rejection and told on and told on and told on. Look at your results. And if you don't, nobody believes you like women. Nobody believes that anymore. If you liked women, you would do what women like, not everything that makes our skin crawl. You don't like women. Do you understand? I'm not to have to ask for money again. Just like that. If I do, you are going to pay for that with criminal charges. Are we clear? You've been duly notified. And what you did to me today has already been told to the judge. That already is a problem. He's already mad at you for what you put me and Mike Neely through. So, gold star. We'll add 3 more. Then we can add her too. So there's your win.
You don't have the right to their attention. You don't have the right to step into their personal space. You don't have the right to them. Especially if they're making it very clear they don't want to be talked to. But even when they're not, unless a woman is giving you enthusiastic and continuous body language and signs that she wants to talk to your ugly dumbass, then leave her the fuck alone. Find a date a different way. Okay? It's not clever. It's not cool. It's not cute. It's garbage. It's absolute garbage behavior. And you're a garbage person if you do it. I don't care if it's in public. It doesn't fucking matter. You don't have the right to her. You need to leave her alone. And this is Bacon.